What's your name?
Manuel.
Manuel? Where are you originally from, Manuel?
I'm from Phoenix, the east side, Campito.
Yeah, Campito.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, man. How did you end up out here on these streets, man?
Well, I got out of prison. It seems like every time I say I'm gonna go do right, there's somebody in the house that tells me, no, you're not. We already know what you're gonna go do. You're not gonna get a job. You can't do this. Things ain't the same no more. And so, like somebody's talking to me in a weird way, instead of talking to me straight up, like I told you right now, just be real with me and tell me what's going on, and they won't tell you. They're just, it's my family that's doing that. Not all of them, but I mean, some of them. My brother.
Tell us a little bit about your family, man. I mean, are you in contact? Do you have that type of family support?
Yeah, when I'm in prison, I do. They send me money. Out here, nah, it's like you gotta get your money. We let you eat, and we decide what we're gonna give you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that.
So what are some of the crazy things that you see out here in the streets, brother?
Just people laying around the sides and stuff. It look like they haven't eaten for days and stuff. And I mean, people trying to hustle and do what they can.
And what type of things have you personally had to do out here just to survive on these streets, man?
On the streets, I mean, it's like I don't want to beg people. Like now, I go downtown, and maybe there'll be somebody comes by and says, "Here's a couple bucks," but I try not to beg them. And I'm walking, I'm thinking, man, what happened to old school? And I just go hit a lick. I mean, nothing dangerous. Just see something there, like, hey, this is put there for you. Go grab it, you know. And I haven't seen that yet.
It seems like there's a lot of drug issues out here on these streets, man.
Yeah.
Have you ever been one to use drugs out here on these streets, man?
Yeah.
What was your drug of choice?
Meth. Yeah, I like heroin too, but you gotta use needles to do that, and I don't like using needles no more.
Yeah, well, we're seeing from people out here, they keep on talking about this blue. Can you explain to us what this blue pill or whatever this blue thing that they're talking about out here?
I haven't tried it because I haven't found it. But they told me in prison, they say you do it, but watch out and be careful how you do it. So do little pieces at a time, smoke it. I might try that one of these days. I don't know.
Man, for like the youngsters out there now, I mean, let's keep it real out here. How is it these streets out here, man? I mean, how rough can it get?
Look at me right now. I'm looking like I'm where I belong, and I feel like it could be rougher for me as soon as I start smoking, or you know, if I got my own apartment or something and I'm smoking and I got a job and everything, I'm cool. I don't need to do the things I do, but it seems like I can't get there.
I mean, are you out here trying to rob, trying to steal?
Oh no, I'm not. I don't rob people and stuff. I don't do stuff like that.
What do you do as far as to make money out here?
I do what I can. Like just right now, hopefully I got $20 coming to go eat, and you know. But right now, I'm just hoping I run into somebody I know, and they you know, or meet somebody. Like I just met some guy right now. He's telling me I'm gonna get you high, and he took off, and you know.
So how long have you been out here really fishing in these streets?
Well, this time 3 days. 3 days.
Well, like when did you first become like homeless out in the streets, brother?
Homeless. I guess when I got done doing that 18 years, I was homeless because I couldn't get my stuff together. Couldn't get nothing together. I had girls, I had everything, and then that drug, they just took the girls away from me. The meth. And I had them doing the same thing I was doing. A murder. I was 15 years old and I got caught. It was sort of a drive-by at Hayden Park. Some guys were tripping on us, and they shot at us. They shot in the air, I shot back, and a lady got hit. Her name was Sharon Garcia, and that's like, that made me bad, you know, like the whole time I was in prison, I asked God, I was like, hey, if I could bring her back, I would, you know, and for my life, but that never happened. And then slowly, I just forgot about her. And then I'm out here, and I just always hear people saying, hey, you got an angel with you, know that? And I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, her name's Sharon. I'm like, nah, that's not true. But when I was in prison, I heard that somebody else took the heat for what I did, but I did the 18 years. But they said somebody else in there take the heat. Another guy, he was in prison, but he was on a different yard, and everybody was coming at him like, hey, I did that, you know? But I had to fight everybody for that, from Hayden Park, you know, pretty much. I had to fight everybody.
Do you have any kids?
No, I don't have no kids.
No kids. Never got married, nothing like that.
Never got married or nothing.
So at what age were you when you committed that murder?
15, and I did 18 years, got out 34 when I was 34 years old.
34 years old.
Yeah.
So you learned no training skills, nothing like that to help.
They don't have that in there. Nah. You just learn. You learn how to become a man, and you learn the things to do, not to do, and to hustle. You know. Now it's hustling now. And they're like my hustle is drawing. I can draw real good. I'm a good artist, and but you can't use that out here. What are you gonna? You can draw something. Nobody wants that out here.
So let me ask you a very personal question at this time. So you went to prison, you know, you represented your hood. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying, when you were 15 years old, right? You did all this time, right?
Yeah.
How many of your actual friends or homies that you broke with actually took care of you while you were locked up?
Just two of them.
How many of them helped you out with a job when you got out, or a place to stay?
None of them.
None of them. So all that loyalty to, as far as to the hood, man, you did 18 years, you know, for this murder, and now you find yourself out here on the streets after doing all that time.
Yeah, nobody comes. I don't want no one to thank me for that because the things didn't go the way it should have. Even if one of them would have got hit later on, what would it mean? Nothing. But I mean, I think I did the most time for my neighborhood, you know, and for doing something that they were shooting at us, but at the time we had our neighborhood on our mind, and we went into an enemy's neighborhood, and that shit happened.
So,
You know?
so for those kids out there, man, that you know that are walking the fence and living that lifestyle here on the streets, you know, gang banging or whatever, representing your hood, what kind of message do you have for them?
Just try to get a job and don't listen to what people tell you. You know, you go with the positive and leave the negative alone. You know.
Do you ever, you know, ask yourself like, what I could have did different, where my life would be?
If I didn't do the things I did, I think I would have been out there, and I don't know if I would have learned anything. I would have been a square, and right now it feels like I'm a square because I forgot everything that I learned in prison. I forgot, and it seems like things are different out here, and I listen to what people say, what things do, and what things tell me. Every little sign I try to listen to, and sometimes it works for me, sometimes it don't. Like I see signs all the time, weird things happen, and sometimes I listen to them, and it seems like when I listen to them, someone else is telling me, "Hey, shut up! You're not supposed to do that." You know, it's just like trying to drive me crazy. But I know at the end of the day, when I lay my head and I fall asleep, I wake up and I feel just fine. Like, okay, everything's back. And then the same thing. Like it's like a recurring nightmare, man. Every day, it's like a dream I can't wake up from. Or a nightmare, actually. A dream is something you're supposed to, you know, it's supposed to be something good. Hopefully, it's a good dream. Yeah, broken dream. Broken dream.
So I got a question for you too. Where do you sleep at night?
Anywhere I can, man.
You don't have a chance.
Anywhere I can. No, I don't want to call on my family because the other part of my family telling them, no, don't let him in there. Let him learn on his own. You know, because they don't try to tell me what's going on. They beat around the bush. You know, they just like, hey, if you can't figure out what's going on, then, you know, it's like for what I did, that murder, or I don't know, other things they have on their mind. But I feel like I don't gotta tell no one, nothing to no one, to my family, except to God. You know, tough love doesn't work. I mean, if you're doing it in a gentle way to where, hey, you don't do that. I'm not gonna give you no money for drugs. That's tough love. I'm giving money for drugs. You know, I don't always tell them that's what it's for, but come on, they know. I'm not dumb. They know they want me to go and get in a wreck. And when I say I'm gonna get a job, the only one that gives me inspiration is my mom. She tells me, you better get a job. But for my brother out here, no, you're not gonna get a job. Yeah, you know I'm gonna hire your ass, you know, things like that. And like when I came out, I told him I'm gonna get a job this time. There had goals that I had. I'm gonna get a job in my apartment. I'm gonna go get my CDL and drive trucks. And my brother said, nobody's gonna let you do that. My name's Smiley from Capito, and I feel like if you want to change in prison, keep the mind you have in prison, because that leads you to things. Just don't listen to everything they say. Know that you can achieve your dreams, but you got to know yourself, and don't let nobody tell you no. Yeah, to you youngsters, this ain't the way to do it. I mean, the way everyone's saying for you to hustle and, you know, make your bread any way you can, this ain't the way to do it.